Aging Gracefully, Part 4 discussion, my 4-part series that I released today on Aging Gracefully, Wisdom from a Baby Boomer. In my past videos, I delved into understanding the blueprints of life, the mindset, understanding your reactions, as far as evolving into discussion of health, from proper diet to exercise. But most important, I think, is this final discussion. Now that you have all the pieces of the puzzle, of which, what for? The goal is to live a productive and a meaningful life. To live a life of joy. Because guess what? We've had our careers. We've had our families. And yes, of course our families are important. But really, do you know what's really happening today? I'm somewhat of a philosopher, a student of archaeology as well as philosophy. And I've seen the patterns of what has taken place going over the last couple of 100 years. We are on the precipice of the beginning of an explosive, most magnificent world. It's kind of like the pendulum always shifts. And I hate to simplify it, but I think you'll understand what I'm saying. For hundreds, if not thousands of years, there's always been the battle of man. Man against the light, against creation. I'm not knocking man, but man has a way of trying to believe that he is God. And when that happens, when you follow the patterns of everything from finance to health to everything, things kind of get lost. And when I mean things, I mean the awe and appreciation of what life is all about. We're all a spirit in this physical body, living in a man-made maze. And often man forgets that he did not create himself, but he slowly loves to kind of think about himself as a god, that he can create things, and he does. Look at all the wonderful products and things that man has created. But then he loses perspective of the blueprint of life. He is mainly a creation from the universe, living in his own self-creation of items and things and life. But then he slips up and wants to be God himself. When that happens, then you start seeing everything tends to self-implode. One disaster after disaster. We kind of, with this whole pendulum shift, are coming out of a time where things really got pretty bad. But we're on the precipice of an explosion of magnificent growth. For man is returning to his awareness that he did not create this universe. He is merely a creation within this universe, and therefore he will appreciate it. And when you come from that perspective, everything you touch, your careers, what you're involved in, you're always trying to do things that are going to benefit others. You are not about yourself, the ego, power, and greed, right? Self-destructs. But you're into discovering your unique gifts, because we all are blessed with unique gifts. The challenge is trying to discover them. But usually your gifts, what comes out of your gifts, benefits not only yourself or your family, but those around you. So when man finally develops this awareness again, it rights the ship. It's kind of like we've been in a battle between the evil and the dark. but the light. And when I said the evil in the dark, I mean the evil in the dark against the light. The light is winning, or has already won. And we're starting to see this coming across our globe. Those in power, and I won't name names, that believe that they are the gods, are slowly self-destructing. In its place is a universal creation. Remember the species that I said? You've seen those videos on YouTube where there's a chimpanzee in the middle of a road. A man gets out of his car, picks him up, and brings him over and puts him in a tree. The chimpanzee holds on to the trunk of the tree. Then he reaches out his hand and looks at the man. It's a gesture of thank you. It's a gesture of compassion. It's a gesture of love. You see, the world is created to be that way, to be compassionate and to love your fellow man. And you know, when you do some things for others, in the end, yes, you're benefiting others, but what you get in return, you just glow. Something as simple that I tend to try to do sometimes during Thanksgiving, holidays, is when I'm in line in the grocery store and there's a family in front of me and the baby sitting in there and little kids on the side. The basket is full of all this food. I slowly give my charge card to the clerk. And I'm very quiet. And in silence, I pay for their food for that Thanksgiving. The look of gratitude and often tears that I see in their eyes makes me realize such a small gift directly to someone in need, of how that impacted them. You see, it's not the big things, it's the little things that we do day by day that are important. And what you need to do is turn off the nonsense of mainstream. Whatever's going out in the world there is not part of your world. There is nothing you can do to change what's going on out there. All you can do is be a reflection of your inner glow and connect with people within your environment who you see this day. Impact their lives for the better. It could be just a slight smile as you're passing, or helping an elderly enter their groceries into their car. Don't you see, it's the little things of love and compassion and showing you care that means everything, not only to them, but to you. And then when it comes to your own goals, like I say, as baby boomers, I have a whole list, and I keep falling off and forgetting, and I have to get back on. And I keep telling myself, that's okay. That's okay, you forgot. You're entitled. But get back up on that horse. Today, do a little bit of something to reach that goal. I have poems that I'm trying to put together. I have ancestry charts I'm trying to put together. I have so many things out there that all so need to be accomplished. And I've been working on them for years, and I beat myself up. But don't beat yourself up. Just get back to your office, write these down, and every day, if you have a journal, that will help you become more accountable to yourself. But remember, you have a special glow. I hope through this series, I've helped it grow. Have a great day.